The third method is the special binomials, and these three are common factoring problems that you should just know. You should be able to recognize them, especially the first one. You need to become very familiar with these. The first is the difference of two squares. So if you see a binomial, and remember that's a polynomial with just two terms, and both the first term and the second term are perfect squares, there's a subtraction sign in between, then this is the difference of squares. And this can be factored into the square root of that first term with the square root of the second term, and then you have a minus in one of the binomial groups and a plus in the other. The next special binomial is the difference of two cubes. So if you see a perfect cube and a perfect cube, and this might be 125, which is the cube of 5, or 27, which is the cube of 3, and they're being subtracted, then it factors into these two polynomials. Notice we have AB and then A squared, AB, B squared. So what you really just need to remember is where the signs go, and that when we're working with the difference of two cubes, your AB is a minus in between, and the trinomial is a plus and a plus. This brings us to our last special binomial, and that is the sum of two squares, or two cubes. Sorry. In the sum of two cubes, we'll see two perfect cubes again, but this time they're being added. We see a very similar factoring to the difference of two cubes. We have AB and then A squared, AB, B squared. What matters is that the first sign is a plus instead of a minus, and the next sign is a minus instead of a plus. So whatever way you can best remember that, commit it to memory, because this is really important. Even though all three are important to know, important to recognize, the most common and the most important, especially for this class, will be the difference of two squares. So let's look at an example. We have 49x squared minus 9y to the sixth. Go ahead, try this one on your own without me showing you how to do it. Stop the video, and when you're ready to see the solution, resume it. Okay, so for the first term, we can realize that the square root of 49x squared is 7x. So that's the first term in each factor. And that the square root of 9y to the sixth is 3y cubed. We just have to stick a minus in one of the two factors and a plus in the other. As always, you do want to double check. We multiply through. We should get 49x squared plus 21xy cubed. And then we distribute the 3y cubed, giving us minus 21xy cubed minus 9y to the sixth. 21xy cubes cancel, leaving 49x squared minus 9y to the sixth, which is indeed the polynomial we started with. So our final answer is 7x minus 3y cubed times 7x plus 3y cubed. Again, just make sure that you do know the difference of two squares. While the other two are important, we won't use them as often. And truth be told, in the future, if you do ever forget these, you can always just look them up online or through your textbook. Alright, our final method is quadratic trinomials, and this is probably the one that most people struggle with. So we'll do that one in the next video. When you're ready, go ahead and start that one.